It's so good to be here on this Mother's Day. And I want to thank all the mothers for coming. Because I know you didn't just come to see me. And it looks so nice and beautiful. And my daughter is here. And I'm just happy to be here myself. But you know, on the way here, you know you always have a situation. You know, I got calls. I was trying to take my bath. My son-in-law came to bring me some flowers. I was happy, but I had to hurry up. So I needed to get here on time. You know, I'm trying to do better about time. But I'm going to trust in the Lord with all my heart. Because He is going to get me through this day. You know that, right? So I'm going to open up my little book. I ain't going to read. Because that's what we wore with my mother. You know what I mean? And we had a good time in the Lord that time. And I want to start with welcoming all of the people, our pastor here, Abundant Love family, all the mothers, and all the brothers and the sisters, and the friends. And I sure enjoyed all of you. But now I'm going to talk about 1 Corinthians 13, 4, and 8. And I'm going to tell you what love is. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself. It is not puffed up. It does not behave rudely. It does not seek its own. It is not provoked. It thinks no evil. It sets its own. It is not provoked. I said that. And it thinks no evil. I think God wanted me to say that again. All right? It thinks no evil. Okay. It does not rejoice in iniquity, but it rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believeth all things, hopes in all things, endures all things. Love never fails. Now I'm going to have to say something my mother said. She said the truth, she said a lie fly, but the truth march. So you know marching is going to go slower than a lie. A lie going to get on there quick, but the truth is marching on. So I think about my mother and the things that she did and how she taught us. She was a minister. She was a preacher. She was a strong woman of faith. She was a child of God. And I'm going to talk about some of the mothers. Let's talk about the ones in the Bible. Okay, all right. Remember Moses' mother. All right? What she did for her son. She put him out on the water in the basket. But she knew somebody was going to find him. She knew it. And when the Pharaoh's daughter saw the little basket and the baby, and he was kind of cute, you know, she picked him up and she raised him. See, God got something prepared for you. He got a cattle 1,000 years, and everything belongs to him. So you know what I'm saying? She trusted the Lord. Because see, that's what he told me. Trust in the Lord. Lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. He's going to direct the path. He's going to tell you which way to go. He's going to do it for you. If he do it for me, he can do it for you. So after the Lord saved the baby, and he growed up, and he had to talk with Pharaoh, and I thought about all them flies and all them different plagues that they had, and then he still didn't want to let the people go, but see, God knew what he had in Moses. So Moses wasn't going to drown out there in the sea. Then you think about this another mother. Now she know good and well her baby was dead. All right? She know the baby was dead, and she took another lady's baby. And then she said, this is my baby. The other mother said, no, it's my baby. So what they did, they went to the king. The king was going to solve it. He was going to solve the matter. So anyway, the real mother, when the other lady said, he said, well, what we're going to do is we're going to cut the baby in half. And you know, the real mother said, no, she's thinking, I can't can't let them cut my baby in half. So she said, I'll just let the other mother have it. Then that's when the king knew that the other lady was not the mother. Because you would not, if you could, you wouldn't let nobody touch your child in the You wouldn't do it. No, you wouldn't do it. And then I just thought about a mother's love. A mother, to every mother, their baby's cute. Might not be cute to nobody else, but it's cute to that mother. You know what I mean? She wouldn't do what she had to do for that baby. So that's what I'm saying about it. So when I'm just thinking about all the mothers that had to go to court, you know, with their children, had to go to the doctor with their children, had to go to graduation. That's what something we love, with their children. So what I'm just saying, when I had to go to court as a mother, and my son, he had already made it out of court and I didn't know it. I was just down there praying for other people. Because, you know, I'm looking at all these people. And this girl was crying so hard. She was crying so hard, I said, Lord bless her. Help her make it through. But you know what? A mother will pray for not only your kids, they'll pray for other people. You know what I mean? I've been able to work with kids at school. You know what I mean? I got all kinds. And now the Lord done put me with the Hispanic kids. You know what I mean? And they probably never seen a sister like me. But I'm trying to get them ready to read, you know what I mean? To learn, to do math. So we have to be that example. We have to be that one that stands in the bush. But now I'm going to get back on my paper because I was writing it out really quick. Well, I want to tell you, I am the oldest child. My mama ain't got nobody older than me. All right? And she know what she named. I was named after my grandmother. All right? And my mother is, she was the type of person, she loved the Lord. She had her church. And you know what her favorite saying was? Good days of me. Yep. Now, I don't know what that meant, but she said, good days of me. And you know what her song was? Her song was, I like to live the life I sing about in my song. That was my mother's song. But you know, I don't know it, so I won't sing it. All right? So now, what we're going to talk about now, the Lord let me look on the computer. Because my mother would always say this poem, you know. I said, Lord, if I could find this poem, I sure would read it. And the Lord let me find it today. So I'm going to read it at the end. So my nephew called me, and I said, Corey, I said, what is unfailing love? He said, well, Aunt Gatha, he said, I would say his mother's love is unconditional. You know, unconditional. It's not like the kids, you know, if they do give you something kind of nice, but I mean, you're going to love them regardless. You're going to help pray for them regardless. You think about them mama's prayers. That my mama prayed for me, had me on her mind, took the time to pray for me. I'm so glad she prayed. I'm so glad she prayed. I'm glad she prayed for me. But I needed to pray. I wasn't a bad child, but you know, I did some things too. You know what I mean? But the Lord brought me through. And so what I want to say, a mother is a jewel. Okay, a mother, it gave you the gift of life. And every time I want to get near my mother, you know what I do? I rub my belly. You know, I got a big belly. It's pretty big. But I rub on that neighbor. That's where me and her was connected. You know, that was our connection. Me and my mother. So when I'm missing her, and she's been gone for 17 years, I rub on my stomach, and I think about Mama. I think of her. But my mother said, she said, I don't want it. You can have it. It's too much for me. That means she's not going to do it. And when my mother said she wasn't going to do it, you could cry, you could do everything you want to do, she wasn't going to change her mind. She was stuck. When she said no, now as long as she said, I think about it, you got a chance. But if she said no, that's it. She wasn't changing. I believe the only reason she might change if the Lord told her in a dream. But other than that, she wasn't doing it. So I want to talk about this poem, and the Lord let me find it. And it said, what is a home without a mother? What are all the joys we meet when her loving smile no longer greets the coming of your feet? The days seem long, the nights are dreary, and time rolls slowly on. And oh, how few are childhood pleasures when her gentle care is gone. And I just want to thank her for all her tender kiss she gave to me. And I want to let you know I truly loved her. So I'm going to turn it in to if that wasn't 10 minutes, sometimes you need to be short. So you know that when they give 2 minutes, they always want you to go. So that might have been 5 minutes.